What's good, YouTube? I'm back with some wonderful news. What's good? What's good? Blessed everybody. I'm helping everybody stay blessed up. But this video is going to be about the best company to go if you're a rookie with no experience and got your CDLs, or even if you don't got your CDL. And also at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you the company that I decided that I'm going to choose with, and that's what I'm going to go with. All right, so the first company is you got something called May Trucking, and they do 1 week orientation. This is if you have your CDL, and they pay you $15 an hour. Then after that, you got a 2 weeks training. They pay you $120 a day. You with the trainer. Then after that, you basically will be making 41 cents per mile, and then basically for every day that you're out, you receive a day at home. Then Hirschbach, or if I'm saying that right, they're perfect. You can go with you got your CDL or not. They give you 4 weeks training. You can do the training in either Kansas or Iowa. They pay you $475 a week. Then you can drive. You're going to drive with a trainer for 46 weeks, and they're going to pay you $630 a week. Then after that, I heard when I talked to a recruiter on the phone, every company I did talk to a recruiter. On a recruiter on the phone, they told me after you do the training with the person for 46 for the first 3 months, you're gonna OTR with a team person where you can pick a team from someone you met in orientation, someone you came on with, or they randomly do it or whatever. You with the team drive, but you're guaranteed minimum $1,600 a week. Then after that, you'll be making 50 cents a mile, and then after that, you can choose to stay on the road with your team, or do a regional route with guaranteed $1,350, or you can go over the road and guaranteed $1,000 a week minimum as well. But you start off at 50 cents per mile. So that's pretty good for that company. But like I said, some places I heard where after you do the 46 weeks with a trainer for the $630, you can go to get into your own truck. But then I also heard about the team. But I heard about the team directly from the recruiter. And the good thing about Hirschbach as well, though, they all of their trucks they're 2019 and above, they come with a refrigerator and a TV already. Second is PTI or paper transport. You do 3 weeks of training. So you can come there with the CDL, without the CDL. Without the CDL, you go to Green Bay, Wisconsin, and do 3 weeks training there. With your CDL, you go directly do 3 weeks training with the trainer. You make about $750 a week for it, and then after that, you can make 50 cents per mile. Third, fourth, I believe, is Landair. It's 46 weeks on training. With a trainer, you make $600 a week, 50 cents for a mile for the first 3 months. After that third 3 months, you make 70 cents per mile. And for every 6 days that you're out, you earn a day back home. You're guaranteed $1,250 to $1,300, depending on whatever route that you make. But also, when I also talked to a Landair recruiter, I guess it depends on your area. Some areas they don't allow you to do that training. Some areas they do. So I guess it just depends on where you're at. Next is Coverton. They got a 3-day orientation. If a lot of you know, Coverton and Landair is together, but Coverton is the team part. So they got a 3-day orientation, $220. And then if you have a teammate, both of y'all will go over the road for 46 weeks with a trainer, make $700 a week. And then after that, you make 62 cents per mile. So that's another good thing. So that's that. Then you have Kllm. Now, they're pretty good as well. You can come with the CDL or not. And no matter how, if you come with the CDL or not, either or, it doesn't matter. You would do a 9-day orientation is what they told me. You get paid $125 total, not a day. That's kind of, it's like, dang, 9 days, I'm only making $125. That ain't really no money for 9 days of your time. But I guess it is what it is, to sacrifice, because it kind of gets a little better. After that, you have to be willing to sign a 6-month contract, is what they told me. Then after that, you do 240 driving hours with a trainer at $800 a week. So they probably, out of all the companies I talked to, when you're on the road with a trainer, they're probably the one that's going to pay you the most at the $800 per week. Then after that, they're also probably the one that's going to start you off the most. They're trying to start you off with 60 cents per mile. And also, they probably want the best home time as well, which is every 7 days you work, you get 2 days home when you overall. So Kllm they're kind of good. Besides that $125 for just those 9 days, everything else they're pretty good. You ask me, that sound pretty good, because I also heard they got a regional guaranteed account where you can make like $1,750. And I had got this, and when I talked to a recruiter, I seen it on the flyer, like Northeast region, Southeast region, where you can make like $1,750 guaranteed. But I think you have to be like available for like 6 or 7 days a week. Now I did, but only thing about KLM is I seen a lot of bad reviews. But I know everybody thing gonna be different. But like when I was looking at other companies, like I'll see mixed reviews, or some companies I'll see more good than bad. But KLM, I was seeing a lot. It was just like a lot of over and over bad. It would be like, why quit KLM? Why quit? It's just like, God, like everybody leaving. You know what I mean? The ones that's doing YouTube anyways. Then you got a place called Millis Transfer. They have 3 weeks training with a trainer. You have to have your CDL. You go 3 weeks, get paid $600. Then after that, they pay you 44 cents per mile for 1 year. That is crazy, but it is what it is. I guess if you want to get that training, then you got rail transfer. You do 1 week for $400 of orientation, then 19 to 26 days with a trainer. You're paid $112 per day, and then their home time is a little weird. It's like if you do 11 or 14 days, I think it's 3 days. And then 18 days is 4 days. Then 24 days is 5 days. And 30 days is 6 days. And 36 days is 7 days, basically, that you would get back home. And I didn't even get that cents per mile, so I do apologize about that. But I know they do flatbed as well, so you can choose either or. Then you got Hogan Transport, 46 weeks with a trainer. They pay you $750, which you're good at the pay of training. It's after the training. They only pay you 40 cents a mile. Like, you know what I mean? And their average worker is grossing about $1,300. So you have to tax, you probably at 12, 11, 1,000. You know what I mean? So, I mean, is that good? Yeah, but not really. Because if you think about it, with KLM, you making $800. You making almost that 1,300 in training. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, oh, that's kind of, you know what I mean? I talked to Stevie Transport. I didn't get the totals though on that. My apologies. Then Carter Express, you got 6 week training, $600 a week, and you make about 51 cents per mile. Oh, so those are all the ones that I got. I didn't do like CR England, Prime, Snyder. I didn't do those because those are typical ones. Everybody know about them. They don't really pay you as much as these companies that I provided you with, as far as training. And the good thing about the reason why I did the companies that I did that pay you a lot bit more is because once you get that experience, so just think about it like this, because when you first start trucking, that's what everybody tell me, it's all about experience. But think about it like this: if you go like Kllm, Hirschbach, or something like that, where you making that 60 cents, 50 cents, 70 cents a mile on your first year, and once you leave and get that experience, now you're able to make that, go to companies where they pay you 80, 90 cents a mile. You know what I mean? Or even you can stay. I mean, so that's cool. That was another thing about KLM. Their cap out it was horrible. Like, besides they started you off good, but it was like every 6 months or something you make like 2 cents, and to get to like 70 cents, I think you have to be there for like 8 years. You know what I mean? Where you can go to Coverton or Landair somewhere like that. Like Landair, 3 months, with just 3 months to have your CDL, you'll be at 70 cents per mile. So I thought that was kind of dumb. But to say the company that I'm choosing, that I'm gonna go with, I kept looking at the videos on this company. I hardly seen bad reviews. It was just, even though they don't pay as much as cent per mile, it's just a guaranteed pay. It's just all the stuff that I heard about the family oriented, the process of the training that you're gonna get. They pay for everything. They make sure they treat you. They don't treat you like a number. So it's just a good place that I choose, that I want to go to get my experience. So when I do decide to leave and go elsewhere or wherever I want to go, I'm able to make more money. You know what I mean? I'm always able to have that good training. But I am choosing Hirschbach. Currently, it is July 31st. I leave. Well, I'm supposed to be at the orientation August 15th. They do orientation every Monday. I could have left, but I want to put my son to school. Just alleviate that from his mom. Make sure I do all that before I left. But after that, I'm leaving. But yeah, I just want to get this video out. The next video I have, I'll be, whether I choose to go to Kansas or how, I'll be showing you guys my room, give you a review of my first day and everything, and then review the first week, and keep going like that. But I appreciate everybody that's been tuning in. Keep watching, and good luck on everybody that's getting their CDLs. I hope these names of these companies I just provided for you helps you guys a lot. And I hope it, basically make everything a lot easier for you guys, because I actually talk to these recruiters myself and make it easy for you to choose. But yeah, if it was up to me, I'm not gonna lie, I'll either choose between Hirschbach's, Kllm every time. But just because the pay is the biggest thing, and then the training. You know what I mean? They're actually training you, and the pay. So it's just kind of like, when we in this, nobody wants, like, some companies paying 40 cents, 39 cents. You don't want to make that. You know what I mean? That's you working, you busting your butt for 40 cents a mile, when you got companies like Kllm paying you 60 cents off the jump, or you got companies like Landair after 3 months paying you 70 cents a month, or you got a company like Hirschbach who's paying you 50 cents a month, but every 3 months you can get a raise, or you get a safety bonus, and they also have guaranteed pay if you team drive for $1,600 minimum, or they got guaranteed pay if you regional drive $1,350. You know what I mean? Or if you solo on the road by yourself, they got guaranteed $1,000 if they get minimum. That's kind of like a safety net, meaning you can make more money if you know what I mean. But why? You know what I'm saying? Like, someone making 39 cents a mile or 40 cents a mile, and you working 70 cents. You know what I mean? Like, they gotta get those 3,000 miles a week, versus, if you don't get those, you're okay. You know what I mean? Because if you ain't driving, you ain't making no money. So you're able to put up money and save. So once you do take that home time, you're not hindering yourself. But yeah, I hope this video helped you guys. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. This is my longest video ever, but I appreciate everybody that's been rocking with me, giving good news. I'm just happy and ready to start this journey, you guys. So just kind of give you an update on my entrepreneurial goals. I'm hoping by December I have my first rental property. So yeah, let's stay locked in. I love everybody. Peace. Let's go.